So just a few days ago, I did something that my friends did not have the balls to do. I cold approached this one girl out in the streets, right in front of them. And as I'm done cold approaching her, I got her number and everything. As I walk back to my friends, I can see, their look of respect towards me. Because I did something that they were too afraid of to do, they were too scared to do, you know. But as soon as I get back and they start asking me questions like, oh, how did it go? What did she say? What did you tell her? And I started, and I was started, like telling the detail of what I said and, how I confronted her, how I introduced myself. They start telling me like, oh, you should have said that instead. You should have said this instead. You should have done that instead. And in my head, I'm thinking like, bro, who are you to tell me what to do? You have not cold approached a single girl in your entire life. And you're telling me, oh, how I'm supposed to do this thing, which I've done several times, but you've done none. And you're telling me how to do it. One thing I didn't really understand was the importance of what my friends put into like the words to say. When you cold approach someone, especially in the beginning, if you're just starting to cold approach, girls or people, when you're starting, you only want the practice of walking up to someone and start a conversation. That's all you want. You don't want to spend too much time worrying about what to say. What to say, it does not matter what you say. Get this in your head. It does not matter what you say when you cold approach someone. Especially if you're in the beginning stages of cold approaching. If you just started cold approaching, then it does not matter what you say, because what you want is the experience. You want to get the experience. You want to do it multiple times. You don't have to worry about what to say, because when you worry about what you say, you're gonna be scared of rejection. And when you become scared of rejection, that's when you're not gonna cold approach anyone at all. So when you start worrying about rejection, when you start worrying about what to say, you're more likely to start cold approaching more people. Do you get what I mean? So stop worrying about what to say and just walk up to someone and just be like, hey, how are you? That's it. That's it. You've successfully cold approached a person. Perfect. Move on to the next one. This is what you want to strive for. This is what you want to work towards. Just getting the experience to walk up to someone, to saying hello, starting a conversation. That's what you want. Now, if you've done that for a while, if you've done that and you're very good at it, and you actually want to like start to get some results, that's when you can start to, think about what to say, the words, how you say this, how you introduce yourself. That's when you can start thinking of, sorry. That's when you can start to think of the little details. But before that, you're not going to think of any details at all. You only want to think of getting as much experience as possible. That's what you want to go for. And as a side note, stop listening to inexperienced people. Because what I could have done is I could have listened to my friends and be like, yeah, I should speak more that way. I should talk more like that. But when you listen to people, especially people who don't have the success that you want, you're only going to be led to the wrong path. You're only going to be shown results that you don't want, because they don't have the result that you want. How are you going to listen to a man's advice when that guy does not even have the result that you want? It's like me listening to a homeless guy about how to manage my money, how I should invest my money. But you don't even own a fucking house. And why should I listen to you? Like, do you get what I mean? If some guy who does not even get girls starts giving me advice on how to attract girls, why should I listen to him? If a guy who's never cold approached any girls in his life, or maybe one, okay, he's cold approached one girl, and he starts telling me you should talk more like this, you should say that instead. You should say it like this. Why the fuck should I listen to you? Tell me, why the fuck should I listen to you? I've cold approached more women than what all of my friends have. Why should I listen to them? They should be the ones listening to me. Because I've done more than them. I have the success that they want. I can cold approach women. I can cold approach any girl out on the streets. No problem. They struggle with it. So why should I listen to them? I shouldn't. I'm not. And that's what you also have to realize. You always want to follow the advice of the man that has the results, the man that has the success that you want. When you listen to the inexperienced people, to the people who don't have the success that you want, bro, you're fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself. You're not gonna get the success that you want. You're gonna be the same. You're gonna be like them. You're gonna be like them. You're not gonna make it. I'm telling you. If you like what you see in this video, you might want to check out my paid program, which is in the link below. I also have a free Discord community in the link below as well. Another thing is that many people believe that you should only cold approach someone when they give you a sign or when they give you hints of like that they're interested in you. My question is why? Why should you limit yourself to only cold approach people who show interest? Why not just show interest to them, like, or why not just initiate? Why not be the first one to initiate? You know what I'm saying? Why should you wait for someone to give you acceptance to walk up to them when you can just walk up to them anyway and still get the benefits? She might not give you her number, but you've done something that 99% of guys are too scared of doing. That alone is gonna give you like a confidence boost. It's gonna give you more of a benefit than you waiting for someone to give you a sign of, hey, walk up to me, start talking to me. And I know that like you don't want, I know that most people are scared of rejection. They want success. They want that when they call up someone, they want, you know, they want her to give them their number, and you know. But that's not how reality works. Not everyone is gonna give you their number. Not everyone is gonna be receptive to you when you walk up to them. It's always better to have enough experience to be able to deal with the situation than to not have any experience at all and be clueless to what you're doing. I think that instead of waiting for her to give you signs, you walk up to her if you think that she. Sorry, I think that instead of you waiting for her to give you signs that you should walk up to her, if you think that she's beautiful, if you think that she's attractive, you should walk up to her anyway. That's my personal belief. Because what you need to understand as well is that not every single girl that's interested in you is going to show that. 99% of females that are interested in you might not show that they're interested in you in the first place. Because, let me tell you something. Girls are more scared of rejection than we men are. A lot more. And so they're gonna be less likely to show interest in us than we are to show interest in them. That means that not every single girl that's interested in you is gonna show that she is. She's not gonna show signs when you walk past her. She's not gonna give you that eye contact. She's not gonna smile to you. She's gonna start looking away. She's not even gonna meet your eye contact. You should call approach her anyway. Because what you don't know is that she might be interested in you, but she's not showing it. And I have had several experiences of this happening, where I've cold approached someone and they've actually been interested in me, but they just didn't show it. So many times this has happened, so many times. Don't be fooled by the other people saying, you know, call approach her when she shows signs. Of course, if she does show signs, call approach her, of course. But don't be like, don't limit yourself to only call approaching people who show signs, to only calling up girls who show signs. Because what you don't realize is that there's tons of other girls who are interested in you who just don't show it. Now, if you're scared of cold approaching women, I get you. I've been in the same situation as you. And what I could tell you is the same advice some people told me, was that just, and that's just like, do it anyways. But to be honest, that didn't really work for me. You know, the advice of like, just do it anyway, just confront your fears, it didn't really work for me. And then what might work for some people, to just like, if you feel scared, do it anyways. But for me personally, it didn't really work. What worked for me is peer pressure. And it's when me and a group of people, or it's when a group of people started, you know, pressuring me into talking to this girl. For example, I'll give you an example. Me and my friends, a few weeks ago, we was hanging out, and we see a beautiful, an attractive girl walk by. He starts pressuring me into like, hey, go talk to her, or you're a bitch, or you're a pussy. For me, that's like him giving me a challenge. It is, literally. He's challenging me. Can you do it or not? If you do it, if you don't do it, you're a bitch. And when someone's challenging me, but I don't want to lose, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the thing that they're challenging me towards. I'm gonna walk up to her. I'm gonna talk to her. When people are pressuring you into doing something, you are more likely to do it. If you got a group of 5 guys pressuring you into doing this one thing, but you're gonna be more likely to do it. Because if you don't do it, you're gonna be seen as a bitch by the other guys. They're gonna start treating you like a bitch. They're gonna start calling you a bitch because you didn't do that thing. That's what got me into starting to call approach women, because when my friends started peer pressuring me, that alone helped me call approach several women, or that alone helped me to approach women when I myself didn't have like the balls to do it. There's a study that shows that when you get peer pressured by guys, you're more likely to do that thing that they're pressuring you to do. So what does that mean? It means that if you can convince your guys to stop pressuring you into doing something, you're gonna be more likely to do it. If your guys start pressuring you into cold approaching this girl, you're gonna be more likely to do it than if I told you like, oh, just do it anyway. Just do it, even if you're scared, just do it anyways. It's very powerful. And I mean, like, you should abuse this power. It's like, you should abuse it. I'm abusing it. Every time a girl walks by, I get my friends to peer pressure me. And I always do it. Every single time. Every single time. I always manage to cold approach her in the end. Sometimes I get her number, sometimes I don't. And that's fine. I did something that others are way too scared of doing. That alone fills me with confidence. That alone makes me happy. And that's the most important thing. Did you get a benefit of it? But anyways, that's it for today's video. Make sure you click the link in my description for my paid program. I also have a link to a free Discord community. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you in the next video.